So when it comes to the BBC, they've had a rough couple of years. Because back in the day, every single person watched the BBC. And nowadays, most people get their entertainment online. And judging by this article today, well, it looks like things have gone from bad to worse for the BBC. Because the article says that UK public service TV is now endangered in the YouTube era. And that's coming from Ofcom as well, who I'm sure they've got a lot of statistics and information. And truth be told, for once I'd have to completely agree with Ofcom. Because places like the BBC, they must be absolutely shaken. They must be like the level of annoyance that they would have. The way that they don't have the monopoly over the entertainment system anymore. You know, the way that you yourself can quite literally just go out there and make something that is better than what the BBC can make. It really, times have changed, and it is insane. But here's where it gets even worse, right? Because it says that the regulator, Ofcom, has called for legislation to make news and UK-focused shows easier to find on online video sharing platforms. And that is horrific. So you've got the regulator, not the free markets, not people choosing what videos they want to watch. You got the regulator calling for legislation to make news and UK-focused shows easier to find. So when it says online video sharing platforms, that's places like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And they want to make them easier to find. And that just kind of, to me personally, correct me if I'm wrong, that's one of those clear-cut cases where the BBC's looking after Ofcom, and Ofcom is looking after the BBC. They've both got a vested interest for both of them to stay around. And I think Ofcom here, they're trying to wedge the BBC back into the limelight by giving them an unfair advantage on social media sites. And we got to remember, right, these sites like YouTube, they're based on algorithms. If the BBC want to be the top of the pile, well, unfortunately, they're gonna have to make better content. They can't just sit there and get away with people just sat there talking on a sofa. That is so low effort and low energy. To just have one fixed camera. It's just awful. I really don't think people will settle for that much longer. Because truth be told, when it comes to editing, you can do an awful lot. Like one man with a camera and a PC. It's just unrivaled. Take for example when I want to make a change to a thumbnail, or a title, or I come up with a video idea, something like that. It's literally all me. So I have to run it by me. Take the BBC for example. If they want an idea for a TV show, we're talking months to get that even on someone's desk. You got to come up with all sorts of ideas and outlines. The amount of work that they would have to do just to get a TV show past the line, so to speak. Whereas I can just, I'm looking at my sofa now. I can walk from my sofa to my PC and the video exists. Do you know what I mean? They can't compete. They're closed on a Sunday. That's my busiest day. I'm kid-free. Same with a Saturday. I wouldn't be surprised if those BBC offices, they'd be half-staffed on a Saturday and a Sunday. But they honestly, they can't compete. I just get up a little bit earlier. I don't have to do those Sunday trading laws or anything like that. So yeah, truth be told, I would heavily say that the BBC are endangered. It's just one of those things where they're gonna have to start making good content. And I know they don't want to. I understand it. I know they don't want to make good content. They don't want to put the effort in. They want to be the propaganda machine. But unfortunately, for the BBC, being a propaganda machine, it's just not going to work in 2025, is it? It's just cringe. Awful. And if you enjoyed this daily Clown World video, well, like I said, I saw the article and I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's do one on that. Whereas the BBC, they can't do it. They can't compete with one clown. Sat here a couple beers deep. They just can't do it, can they? You couldn't even drink on the premises. Unbelievable. Yeah. They can't compete at all. Not with that news. Not even in the slightest.
This country has gone crazy.